The Slippery Rock Panthers are taking on the Calvary Minutemen. Today, Laura Holmes is not with us for reasons unknown to me, so I can't tell you. But in her stead, Kylie, I believe, is stepping in for her. The ref decides to bark some orders, because why not? I mean, oh, we're getting a lineup set up. And it's away. Number 10 there to bump it into the ceiling and back down. Number 15 not able to get there in time. Marie's serve is not returned, being a 1-0 game early. That by number 10 goes across 15, bumps it backward. Number 11 finishes that off, and is there to bump it forward to Marie. Back sets Martha. Martha able to get it up. Cassandra there to hit that block back over. Number 40 sets it up for number 10, spikes it down. Riley's there to hit it over into the crowd. Cammy's there, right on that bench, ready for it. It is now 1-1 game. Number 15 with the service for the Minutemen. Kylie's there, hits it over and to the left. Not sure if that's what she was going for. Substitution being made. Kylie's going out, Cammy's coming in. With the service. Kane is there to throw it forward, right against the net. Marie's able to tip that one over. 15 goes up. Looks like number 10's going to spike that one over. Marie sets it up. Cassandra with that spike, gets it over the net. There's number 20 to dig it up. Number 10 hitting it up against the net. And 15 finishing off that play quite gracefully. Came over and Marie tips it over the net. Number 40 goes across to number 15, sets up number 10 with that spike, comes down with it. There's Marie hitting it up and over the net. Martha's there to hit it up. Number 10 comes out with the spike, bounces off the net. Hannah's there to dig it up. Marie keeping it going, and Cammy with that final touch, not able to make it over the net. Well fought 4-point nonetheless. It is now a 3-1 game. Panthers are down by 2. Service. Out of bounds, good call by Riley. In this match, the teams are going to play 2 games. If the games are split 1-1 and wins, the team with the most point differential at the end of the match will take the lead as a tiebreaker. Marie there across court to Riley, tips it over the net. Number 11 over to number 15, sets up 10 for a spike, hits it off the net and inbounds. Number 8 service for the Minutemen. Sandra's there to bump it over the net, but out of bounds. Number 8 with another service. Hitting that top of the net and coming down gives the Panthers their 3rd point of the match. Score is now 3-5. Sandra service making it over the net. Number 15 there to center forward to number 40. Set back, set, bumps it to number 10, spikes it down, and out of bounds. Sandra service meets number 10, goes forward to number 40. Hit goes off the net. Number 10 diving for it, able to get it over to Sandra forward to Marie. Riley sending that one over, 40 over to 15, sets it up to number 10 to come down with the spike, tips it over the net instead. Cammy's there, 10 with the spike right off the bat. Cinder not able to get down in time to get it. Timeout by the Panthers, the score being 6 for the Minutemen, 4 for the Panthers. And back to the action. Number 10 to serve it for the Minutemen. Service meets the ground uncontested, and that is considered, in this world, an ace. Don't quote me on that. Number 10 with another serve. Sandra hit it forward. Marie able to get that into the center. Riley finishing off that play. 15 across number 20. That bumps it up. Ready for a spike. Comes number 10. Backline spikes it. Sandra's there to return it, but out of bounds is the ball. Panthers are falling. 4-8 now the score. Number 10 service for Calvary. Martha tried to return it, but not able to keep it in bounds. Ten service, makes it over the net. Cammy's there to soften that blow. Marie's able to tip that one over the net. Substitution, Kylie goes out, or Kylie comes in and Cammy takes the bench. Kylie to serve it. Number 10 forward to number 40, back to 10, spikes it from the back line. Hits Kylie and goes down. Number 40 with the service for Calvary. Goes off Marie and into the back wall. Score now 5-10. Number 40 with the service. Hannah hitting it over to Kylie, goes cross court to Marie, spikes it down. Number 11 is there to hit forward. Number 40 gets it back to number 15 that finishes off the play. Inbound is the ball. Just on that marker. Number 40 with another serve for Calvary. Finger there, hits it up. Hannah hits across court. Riley there to finish off that play. Number 40 over to number 20. Spikes it soft enough just to get it over that block. Final hit does not make it over with a miscommunication between Marie and Kylie. Number 40 with the service for Calvary. Martha going for a tip, goes off of her and into the back wall. 14-5, now the score. 40 with once again the service. Met by Hannah. Kylie sets Hannah up for the spike, comes down with it. Inbounds. Rangers now at 6. Number 15 hits it across to number 20. 20 hits it up. 15 comes down with it and out of bounds. So much smackdown on that, it could be in the WWE wrestling. 7-14 the score. 10 hits it over to 20. 20 dumps it off. Riley's there to hit it forward. Up against the net. I believe number 20 spiked that through the net, but I'm not entirely sure. 20 hits the tip of her fingers and comes down on Calvary's side. Panthers receiving a point by default. Panthers now at 8. The Minutemen add 14. Serve a little short. Number 11 to serve for the Minutemen. Riley's there to return that service. Number 10 hits it up. Number 40 sets it across to number 15. Comes out with the spike. There's Martha to throw it forward, but called for the carry. Number 11 to serve. He's there to move it, goes across the hand, throws it back into the middle. Martha there to finish off that play. Number 40 hits it up. Number 20 there to set it, or number 10 there to set it behind the bat. Number 40 hits the top of the net with that spike and comes back down on the Calvary side. Panthers receive their 9th point of the match for that, but they're still down by 7. And they're to throw it over the net. Number 10 there, number 40 there to receive that one, my bad. Riley diving for that ball, but not able to get under it to make it playable. Panthers now down by 8. 17-9 the score. 20 there with the spike, or serve. I can almost get my terminology down. Martha there to finish off that play. Number 11 throwing it over to number 40. 40 bumping it up. Number 10 with that spike. Nobody there to contest it though. The Panthers lose this match, they have to absolutely obliterate the next one. Number 20 with the serve. throwing it forward. No, miscommunication. Marie diving for it. Martha there not able to finish off that play. Number 20 with the service. Martha there throwing it up, hitting the top of the net and coming back down. Not able to compensate for that. The Minutemen now at 20. Panthers calling a timeout to try to stop in their momentum. That's what I meant to say. Back to the action. Number 20 with the service for the Minutemen. Coming down here is there to bump that one up into the play position. Riley sending it forward to Marie. Finishing off that play, 15 pressing number 40-40 against the net. Hits the net with that bump, and now it's Panthers point by the call. Panthers now at 10. The Minutemen at 20. Substitution, Kylie coming out. Cammy going in for that offensive line. Right by number 11's face and decides, ball didn't like that, so just decided to skim off of it and go into the wall. Panthers receive their 11th points. Marie service met by number 10's fingertips. 15 goes back to 10. 10 sets it over the net. Cammy's there to bump it up. Marie back to Martha. Martha able to spike that one at the impossible angle of that spike. Number 40 setting it up for number 10. Throwing it over the net. Hannah's there to dive and save it. Martha not able to get a hand on it. 11-21, now the score. Sorry for cutting the last round off so abruptly. That's a word. The games cap off at 25. The first team to 21 will take the series unless they're within 2 of each other. Number 15, serving for the Minutemen. Net by Cassandra, throwing it up and across the court to Marie. Back to Cassandra, spikes it down. Number 40 there to receive. A 15 sets it up for a spike. And it looks spike going out of bounds by number 20, 10, number 10 spike. Panthers have the first point lead. Marie service, feeding over the net. Number 15 hitting it forward. Number 10 tipping it over the net. Candy's there to send it up. Marie tips it over the net and inbounds. Nothing to score. Panthers in the lead by 2, obviously. Marie service met by number 15, throws the front line 10 over to 40. 40 comes out the spike. And is there to hit it forward. Marie, I believe, to finish off that play. 15 starts up 10 for the spike, comes down with it. Drops that hammer inbounds. Won the score. Number 8 service. Just short of the net. Substitution, number 8 taking the bench and 45 coming onto the court for the Minutemen. Martha serve being out of bounds, smacking the back wall right in the face. With the service, tipping the top of the net. Riley diving for it, not able to get there in time. Score is now 3-all. Service up by Hannah, throwing it up. Marie able to finish off that play. Number 40, I believe, to hit that first ball, and it goes out of bounds. Sandra service is up and on its way. 15 hitting it forward to number 40. 40 throwing it over to 20. Comes out the spike. Sandra throwing it forward. Marie across the Hannah. Tips it over the net. Number 11 over to 15. Setting up 20 for the spike to come down with it. Just to fade it over the net. Riley forward to Marie. Hannah there to finish off that play. Number 10 over to 15. 20 comes out the spike. Whips on it. Hits the net in the process. 3-5 the score. Panthers regain a 2-point lead. Timeout by the Minutemen. Returning back to the action, Cassandra here to serve the 3-5 game. Making it over and smacking the back padding on that wall. 4-5 the score, as you can see at the top of the screen. Martha's there hitting it forward to Marie, sending it over to Hannah, coming up. Spike comes down with it, not in bounds though. 5-all the score. .40 service, met by Martha, going forward to Marie. Try this again. Hannah hitting it forward. Softer this time. 20 over to 15, hitting it over. Looks like it's going long. James is ready to hit it forward. Marie hitting it to Hannah with another spike. Number 15 hitting it forward. 40 over to 15 again. Coming down with it and inbounds. Minutemen take the lead by 1 now. 40 throwing it over the net. They're hitting it forward. Marie getting it over to Hannah. Just about dunking it right into the face of the net. Service met by Cassandra, hitting it forward to Marie. I swear I'll get the M names right eventually. 15 hitting it over the net. Cassandra there getting it up. Cammy carrying it. 8-5 the score. Panthers are trailing by 3. 40 there throwing it over the net. Cassandra there to hit it forward. Marie tipping it over the net. Number 40 up for number 20. 20 setting it over the net. Riley's there setting it forward. Marie getting it over just enough. With 20 throwing it back over. Cassandra there hitting forward to Marie. Sending out Hannah for a spike. Comes down with it. It's off the side of the hand. They return it out of bounds. And it is now an 8-6 game. Number 10 forward to 20. Goes cross court. Number 15 tips it over the net. Martha's there. Marie hitting it over to Hannah, sending it downward and out of bounds. Number 11 with the service, 9-6 the score. Out of bounds by just a couple feet. Setting it up for number 20 to come down with the spike. Goes off of Hannah and she blocks it. .9-8 the score. Panthers are within 1. Service almost made it to the brick wall before it got denied. 10-8 the score. With the service, making it to Hannah. Marie setting it up for Hannah. Spike to come down and out of bounds. Once again. With the service. Riley's there to hit it forward. Martha, Marie to help that one out over the net. It's about 6 people at the same time. Someone's called for a double touch. .11-9 the score. Panthers trailing by 2 still. Gonna start making it over the net, hitting number 11 and going out of bounds on the Minutemen side. Panthers only trailing by 1 now. Hitting the bottom of the net that time. Panthers are now once again down by 2. 15 service. Cammy throwing it forward. Marie spiking that one down. 15-10 over to 40. Final hit, getting it over the net. Cassandra over to Marie, spiking that one down. Second hit. 10 to 40. Spike comes down. Riley's already set it forward to Marie. Setting it across to Cassandra. Setting it over the net. Number 15 hitting it forward. Goes off 10 and down to the floorboard. Panthers down by 1. Marie with the service. Goes off 11 and into the wall. Score's tied up at 12. Service going into the net. .45 with the service for the Minutemen. Making that one long and hard. Marie hitting it to Cassandra, spiking that one down. Diving for it was number 40, able to keep it up and airborne. Number 10 throwing it over. And is there to bump it forward to Marie. Dumps it down into the floorboards. Number 11 over to number 40, goes back to number 10, not able to get enough mustard on that hot dog to get it over the net. 14-13 the score, Panthers leading by 1, Minutemen call timeout. Back to the action, Martha there to start us off with a serve, number 20 hitting it forward to number 40. Back to number 10, spiking it right into the net. Score is now 15-13, Panthers starting to extend their lead. See if they can run away with it. Martha throwing it forward, number 11 hitting it forward to number 40, that dumps it off. 2 people dive for it, none of them able to get there in time. Number 10 service. And is there to throw it up and over the net. Number 40 goes across number 15. Sets it up for a spike. Comes down with it. Number 20 that fades it over the net. Well, he's there to throw it back into the corner. 11's there to forward. Number 10. 40 with the final touch on the ball. Not able to get it over the net. And now the score is 14-16. Sandra's service met by number 40. Number 11 dives for it, not able to get under it. Panthers extend their lead to 3. Met by number 15, goes across number 40, sets up number 10 for the spike, comes down with it. Diving for it was Martha, not able to get enough under it to keep it upward. 45 coming out of the game and 8 going into the game for the Minutemen. Number 10 with the service. Marie not able to get her fingers under that one. Back to a 1-point differential. .40 service. A little long, but Martha hits it. Marie sending it over to Hannah, or Riley tips it over. 40 over to number 20. Sets it number 10 to Spike. He's down with it. Sandra's there to bump it forward to Marie. It's a Hannah that dumps it over the net. 40 diving for it, kept it alive. Spike going out of bounds there. Panthers now at 18. Service met by number 15. Diving for it was number 10 to keep it alive. No one else was there to finish the play though. Panthers now at 19, nearing up that first 20-digit mark of the day. 15 hitting it, number 11 not able to get under it. 16-20 the score. Jamie with the service. Getting it over, 15 hitting it back, Hannah throwing it back where it came from. 20-10, spikes it over, and out of bounds. And that is the match. 21-16, the final score of this game.